Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Code and Math with Ramanand. As in the previous video we talked about the arrays and now today we will discuss about the 2D arrays and also we will see some patterns which can be printed in Java, right? So let's dive into the 2D array. So it's basically a grid type structure which has the rows and columns, and if we talk about the visual concept, then it looks like the chessboard, the spreadsheet, you can say. It has rows and columns, right? So when it comes to the declaration, then first we write the data type like int, string, char, okay, and then we give the two bracket, right? Later I will tell you what's the purpose of these two brackets, right? Then we will give the name of the array, okay. So this will be the structure of the 2D array. Let's discuss this in the form of the visual representation. So this is going to be the structure of the 2D array. Like it just look like the matrix, right? It can have four columns and three rows, no matter that you need to keep all these dimension equal. We will talk about the loops used, right? So when we talk about the ask loop, then that is I is equal to 0, which will work for the rows, right? And when it comes to the I is equal to 1, second index, then it's just like accessing the elements of the second row. And when I is equal to 2, then it will access the elements of the third row. And when we comes to the first row, then it has three elements, right? So how we can access the first, second, third element in the first row? So for that, we need to run another loop, that is we will run j as the variable, right? So if j will be equal to 0, then it will access the first element. If j is equal to 1, then it will access the second element. And if j is equal to 2, then it will access the third element. Means I is working for the every row, right? And j is working for the columns. So let's talk about the code part, right? So we'll first create one class. Suppose I am creating named array dot java, right? So of course we will need to create one class, public class, which the name will be same as the class name, right? So we'll create the main method, and when it comes to the declaration, then first we will write the data type as we saw in the PPT as well, that we will first will write the data type, then two bracket, then array name, right? So int, if we are taking the 2D array as integer element, right? So we will give two bracket, then you will write the array name. Suppose I wrote matrix. As we discussed in the 1D array, that we can initialize our array at that time only, at the time of declaration. So if we declare at the same time, then we need to give one bracket. Earlier we were giving one bracket for the elements, right? So if this is 2D matrix, so we'll give two bracket like this, right? Means this. So let me write first. 1, 2, 3. And this is our first element. If we want to give another element, then we'll write like this, okay? And if you want to give more than 7, 8, 9, means we can look over here that this is our first element of the matrix, right? This is our first row, this is our second row, and this is our third row. Inside that row, this is first element, this is second element, this is third element. Yes, these are the columns, right? We will discuss now. So this is the matrix, right? So if you want to print this matrix, then what we will do? We will take the help of loops, right? And also we will take the help of nested loop. So let us see. We write for loop int I equal to 0, I less than c. We have three elements in each row. So we will iterate it three times, right? So I will be less than equal to 3 and I plus plus. Now again we will create one loop which will run for j is less than 3. Again it has three elements in each column. So we'll write 3, then j plus plus, right? Now once again we should discuss about these, that what are I and what are j. This for loop means this I will work for this element, means when I equal to 0, then these all three elements are accessible, right? When there will be I equal to 1, then these three elements will be accessible, okay? When it comes to this loop, then means when we talk about the j variable, then it access to these elements one by one. Like when we took the first element means I, then these elements are extracted, okay? Here these elements are extracted, right? But when it comes to the j part, then at the first time it will go to 1, then it will go to 2, then it will go to 3. And then when these three elements are over, then again I equal to 1 will be there, and these three elements will be counted for access, right? So this loops works in this manner. So let us print this matrix, right? So how to access this element? As we have discussed that how to access. If we want to access the elements of the matrix, then we will write the matrix name means the array name, right? We give this bracket. As we know that this first bracket is for accessing the first element, and second element and third element. Means every element can be accessed with this bracket, and the second bracket is for the accessing these elements inside the first array, right? So let's discuss again. If you will write here 0 and here 1, let us print this, okay? Let us print. So if we will print this thing, then what will come? Let's see. Means 0 means this element and 1 means 0, 1 means 2 will be printed, right? See, 2 is printed. If we will write here also 1, okay? Then when we will run this, then we'll get 1, 1 means first element and this 5 will be printed, right? So you can see here the result 5. So in this way we can access the element of any of the matrix, right? So let's print whole array. So first of all we write the array name, then leave to bracket. In this way we can access the element. So in the first array we will talk about the loop means column. In the first part in the first bracket we will talk about the rows. So I is working for the rows, so we'll write the I, yeah. And what j is working for? J is working for the column, so we'll write here j. In this way we access all the elements. So we will print this thing directly. So let's write the print statement, then we'll put inside that. And after printing this one row, we will have to change the line so that it will just look like the matrix. Okay, so we will put here, after finishing one row, we will put one line change statement. Okay, from this we can change the line, right? So now we will try to print this array. It will be printed just like a matrix, right? So I have done one thing error, like yeah, here we gave this ln, so it is changing the line every time. I think we should give some space here so that it will be printed in better manner. So after doing again and again, you can optimize your code, right? So this is our matrix which are being printed. So this is our matrix which you get printed. Okay, you can see that this is the first row, this is the second row, this is the third row, right? So when it comes to the printing, then as we saw that we can print this, we can traverse through all the elements using the through the nested loop, and we can also access the element using this int, right? And for the new line, we can write that system.out.println. So this is the favorite topic for the interviewer to be discussed on, right? This star pattern, number pattern, vector pattern. Okay, so you need to practice a lot of this thing. If you talk about the triangle pattern, then the same nested loop is working, and we are, instead of accessing that element in the 2D array, we are just printing the star, right? And at last we are changing the line. Okay, so this is being printed like when I is equal to, when I is equal to 0, then it is working for one time. Then when I is equal to 1, then it will this loop will iterate for 2 times, so it is printing 2 star, and in the third time it will print 3 star, right? If you talk about the time complexity, then it is m into n, means m rows and n columns. So obviously it is going to iterate for the m into n times, right? And if you talk about the space complexity, then of course it is the O1 space it's taking, right? And if you also talk about the input space, then yeah, m by n space is being used to store the 2D array, right? Because there are m into n elements, right? So you can practice some questions. Try to print the inverted triangle, diamond pattern, number pyramid, phantom row. There are so many patterns you can print those. These are some of the patterns you can practice, like in this way: number triangular, number increasing pyramid, increasing reverse pyramid, right? So this is the triangle star pattern, this diamond pattern. So you can practice, and this will enhance your loop concept as well as the matrix 2D concept, right? So how to practice correct? First, you draw the sketch that which pattern you are going to draw. Then find the relation that how rows and column will work and how they are interrelated, and also test the edge cases, like how that the loop will start from 0 or it will start from 1. So make sure that it works perfectly. So this was about the today's session, and in the next video we'll talk about the strings in Java, and also we'll talk about the string versus string builder, that what is the difference between those, and some important methods, and also we'll talk about some interview questions. So stay tuned, and if you are new to this channel, then please hit the subscribe button, like and share among your friends. Okay, thank you.